Let's do. Can I do
So I haven't played
Tartaglia?
Minecraft in a while. I don't even know the controls anymore.
Monoceros.
And I'm not used to playing on controller. I always played on mouse and keyboard. But not
Monoceros.
always. Huh?
No, I'm starting up another quest.
I was actually said Bruno's Arrows. I was about to say, why'd
I
you
was
say
just repeating the
good?
name of the quest. It's such an odd name. Where are the...
Bruno's means good
Yes,
in
well.
Spanish. I don't know what arrows means in Spanish. Just good arrows. Good arrows.
Where's my water
Bruno's
bottle?
Diaz means good morning. Bruno's Noches. No, yeah, Bruno's.
Buenos noches is good night.
Yep, and Bruno's Tardius is good afternoon. Finish. Finish. Bro, these maps suck. I'm gonna just play a regular map. One heart, one at.
Let us see. Hello.
Hi.
I must talk to you.
You can talk to me.
Be on your
No,
guard,
I'm
traveler.
talking to myself.
Now is no time for sightseeing.
Oh. Oh. Okay.
Oh, why is that? Has something happened?
What was that noise?
I gotta turn this down. Boom. No, I'm trying to lower down the party chat volume.
Yes.
No, because
As unusual as this may sound, numerous eyewitness reports have confirmed an active ruin guard presence in this area,
God, my DM.
even though this is far beyond their normal area of activity.
SMH. What do you mean? Little broski is texting me right now. Holy. Little broski and Olivia is texting me right now. Little broski has in chat.
Don't have to narrate everything.
Want me to mute my mic? I'll just mute my mic.
Sergeant sent someone to find out just where these ancient machines might have come from. It appears that they simply left their ruin and marched off all of a sudden, for no clear reason.
I should make condensed resin. Now I'm thinking about it.
So did somebody wake them up?
As I say, the reason is still unclear. We have, moreover, the ruin in question is of the especially spooky variety. Strange noises are often heard coming from within. As such, we are not permitted to investigate until the order comes through from headquarters.
The Millith, always so inefficient.
Sorry? Did you say something?
Was that supposed to be your impression of Master Diluc talking about the Knights of Favonius?
In any case, the only sensible strategy in the meantime is to increase Millilith patrols. We must not let innocent civilians come to harm.
That's a good point. Ruin guards are probably pretty dangerous for regular folk.
Wow. I'm very grateful indeed for the offer, but it just wouldn't be worth the risk.
Oh, don't worry about that. This one beats up ruin guards for breakfast.
The self-confidence of young people is an extraordinary thing. Well, if you're genuinely offering, I did see some Ruin Guard footprints on the hillside. But since then, I've been too busy warning passers-by to investigate myself.
Footprints, eh? Interesting. We'll take the case.
While the Millilith stands guard, evil shall never prevail. On behalf of the Millilith, I salute you, traveler. You have my gratitude. I will rendezvous with you once I have finished my patrol.
Yo, why you running a white tassel? Yay, we get to meet child. Hello? Investigate the Ruin Guard's whereabouts.
This footprint is huge.
I can't
it
see
has to be
any.
the one that guy was talking about.
I don't see nothing here. Oh, those are, dang, they're big. They're going this way.
Here's another one. Yep. Seems the Ruin Guards did come out for a walk after all. The trail of Ruin Guard footprints leads us here to... Ah! A Ruin Guard! Over there!
Awaken, my child.
Yeah!
Wait, hold on, Venti. Hold on, Venti. I know we're in a life-threatening situation right now. Okay, we're good.
Brace yourselves. Yeah!
Uh-oh, fire, hot.
Everybody stand back!
I will have order. Gather.
Here we go. Think you can get away?
Uh-oh. Uh-oh, it's spinning.
Yeah!
Uh-oh. Oh! Oh, we're good.
Let's play! Yeah! Here we go!
Can I kill you? Thank you.
Brace yourselves! Teamwork is...
This is order.
Time for takeoff! Yahoo! Let's light it up!
Ta-da!
Well, that's one down.
One.
Let's keep looking around. Maybe we'll find some more.
Hey, yo, there's more? Cool, a chest. Don't mind if I do. What, this one? I already knew this one was here. Oh, Timmy! No, it's not Timmy. It's Chooser. It's not
Hey,
Timmy.
you! Check this out! Isn't it awesome? What is he wearing? I've never seen one this close before. Have you ever seen one?
He looks like Child.
Excuse me. His name is Mr. Cyclops, actually. What sort of dumb name is Ruin Guard? Mr. Cyclops? Aw, that's cute. Wait, what? Do people seriously call them that? Yep, my brother said so. And he's the best toy seller in the whole world. It's his job to sell this kind of stuff. Right now, he's at the Institute for Toy Research in Liyue. That's where Mr. Cyclops has come from. It's always nice to meet someone else who likes toys. So tell me, where'd you get your toy from? Must be a pretty new kind, huh? I've never seen one that can fly and talk before. Hey, just because you get to play with Paimon all the time does not mean that Paimon's a toy.
Greetings. Have you found anything? Oh. A child? What's the situation here?
We just, found him.
You shouldn't be out here, boy. There are killing machines in the area. It's extremely dangerous.
Killing machines? You mean ones that look like this?
Precisely. And including this one. It's not moving now, but if it were to wake up, the consequences would be...
You take that back! Mr. Cyclops is not a killing machine. He's one of the good guys.
Mr. Cyclops?
We shouldn't be talking to this guy. If he's saying mean things about Mr. Cyclops, he's definitely a bad man.
I'm just trying to help. I've always been hopeless at dealing with children.
Well then, why don't you get back to your normal job and leave us to do the babysitting?
It seems I have no other choice. Very well. I will continue with my patrol. Please escort the child to somewhere safe. It's much too dangerous here.
The mighty Mr. Cyclops scared off the bad guys once again! My name's Tuser. I came all the way from Snezhnaya to look for my brother in Liyue. But I'm all on my own, and I don't know where to find him. You came all the way from Snezhnaya? Oh, I think this is the part where I give you this. Here you go. What is it? Looks heavy. What the? My brother said I should take it with me. He said, find a nice person to give this to, and they will take good care of Tuser. Your brother makes a good point. Still, it's hard to believe you made it all this way armed with nothing but a few bags of Mora. Your family must be super rich. Paimon never knew you could make so much Mora from selling toys. Yay! Thanks, nice guy. All right, now we gotta make a pinky promise.
Oh, it's the pinky promise.
You make a pinky promise, you keep it all your life. You break a pinky promise, I throw you on the ice. The cold will kill the pinky that once betrayed your friend. The frost will freeze your tongue off so you never lie again. Wow, that one nursery rhyme kinda says all you need to know about Snezhnayan culture. Well, if we weren't your babysitters before, we sure as heck are now. But where should we look for your brother? Great idea! Alright, off we go! Alright! Finally, now I get to see my brother!
The lady sent a man to Snezhnaya long ago. He was big and strong and his eyes a flaming glow. Some people look at him with terror and with fear, but Snezhnaya shakes. He is such a lovely dear. He can preach the Bible like a preacher, full of ecstasy and fire. But he also was the kind of teacher women would desire. Lover of Snezhnaya Queen.
The key here is consumer psychology.
The key here is consumer psychology. Ooh, chess. Child. Oh, whoa, hello.
That seems a little inappropriate, don't you think, sir? How can you...
Relax. Once in a while can't hurt. It'll be fine.
Huh? What is he doing here? Yay, my brother! I found you!
I know that voice. Why, if it isn't my little brother Tooser. My goodness. What a nice surprise, Tooser. I thought I would have to wait till I return home before seeing you again. How are the others? Sister Tonia and Brother Anthon? Is everybody keeping well?
They miss you a lot. Tonya prays for you every day at dinner.
Wait a second. What are you doing here in Liyue, Tooser? How have I not heard anything about this?
Well, what happened was, I saw a boat that looked like it was selling toys, so obviously I thought you were on board. And then, when I got off, I just kept walking and walking, and then I found a Mr. Cyclops. Mr. Cyclops scared off a bad guy, and then I found this nice guy to help me come look for you. Cool. Suddenly Paimon doesn't feel so bad about taking Tooser's money.
Tooser, what you did was extremely dangerous. I'm so happy to see you, really I am, but please, promise me you won't do anything like this ever again.
Okay, I promise. Please don't be mad at me.
I'm not mad at you. I just care about your safety, that's all. If you hadn't met these nice people, things could have been a lot more dangerous for you, Tooser. I hope you said a big thank you to them.
Yup, I always remember my pleases and thank yous. Oh, so you did notice we were here. You were just ignoring us. Gotcha.
Forgive me, it's always family first where I'm from. Don't take it personally. I know we've had our differences up to now, but a few minor quibbles aside, we get on quite well, don't you think? Come on, you know I'm just a pawn in all that, just doing my part. As for who wins, who loses, and how each side, I prefer to leave all that up to the ones playing the game.
Child, I'm so sad I didn't roll for you, but I needed people. I needed people, so I had to skip your banner. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry, child. But if you ever get a rerun, I'm definitely gonna go for you again. But that won't be until like after Inazuma.
I'm much more interested in who wins and who loses when it comes to our little sparring matches.
Sounds like you're ready to get your butt kicked again.
Ha! You're forgetting something about me. I, Tartaglia, spend every second getting stronger. Don't expect to have it quite so easy next time.
Whoa. You aren't gonna fight now, are you?
Maybe not right now. Not while my kid brother is watching.
Why do you want to fight the nice guy? Are you guys enemies?
No, not at all. Allow me to formally express my sincerest gratitude for taking care of my darling brother. His safety matters very much to me.
So anyway, Paimon has a question. Tooser said something about you being a toy seller. What's that all about? Aren't you supposed to be one of the Fatui's harp?
Yes, about that. Shh, look. I only told him that so that he'll look up to me. In the eyes of a child, working with toys must be the best job imaginable, right? I don't want my family to have anything to do with the Fatui's, or should I say Snezhnaya's, darker side. The older ones already know that I serve the Tsaritsa. But Tooser is still so young, and in his eyes, as I was saying, I remain Snezhnaya's greatest expatriate toy seller, currently attached to the Liyue branch of our Institute for Toy Research.
That's right! My brother's the greatest! He's Mr. Cyclops' bestest friend!
Just humor me in front of Tooser, if you would be so kind. Yes, Ekaterina. I will deal with the issue of that outstanding payment right away.
Hey! Slinking off, are we?
But Master Child, would it not be a little improper to ask you to deal with deck collection?
Your hand is clipping through your arm, child.
A bet is a bet, isn't it? And if you lose a bet with an agent, well, you might as well get a little exercise out of it.
Are you going off to sell toys now?
That's right. As much as I'd love to catch up a little longer, Tooser, duty calls. I'm sure Mr. Nice Guy here will be happy to keep you company while I'm out, though.
So we still need to keep babysitting for you? Sure. I really like this guy. And anyway, he made a pinky promise to take good care of me.
Ah, well, it sounds like Tooser really likes you, and that you've already made a pinky promise to take good care of him anyway. Then I'm in your debt. Here, take this as Tooser's entertainment fund. I want him to have a good time while he's in Liyue, so take him anywhere he wants. If need be, you may find me by the river near Qingshu Pool. I'll see you both around.
Your voice really matches your character design. Where are we going? Take Tooser out to the toy store. The other day you saw a man, such not long ago. He was big and strong, and his eyes are flaming gold. You make me.
Looks like we'll be hanging out with Child's kid brother for a while. So, where are we going to play first? How about we start with the toy store?
It didn't let me. Seriously? Blessing, you make un poco loco. Food.
What are those super colorful winged things? They're called kites. The kids in Liyue love them.
Hello there, dear. You look like you've come a very long way. Let Granny guess. From what you're wearing, I would say... Snezhnaya.
That's right. How do you play with these kite things, Granny?
When the wind picks up, you let out the string and whoosh! The kite will fly into the air, up, up, and away.
Wow, that's amazing! Do you have any Mr. Cyclops ones?
Mr. Cyclops? I'm sorry, I
want to fly Mr. Cyclops high into the sky so all the kids can get to know him.
Well, I can do custom builds, but I'll need some amount of reference material.
Will this picture do? I drew it myself. I bring it with me everywhere.
I'll manage. Still, I must warn you that custom builds can really be quite expensive.
We should be fine. Child was pretty generous with that entertainment fund. But then again, throwing money around willy-nilly is kinda irresponsible. Well, so, yes, technically speaking, these funds are earmarked for Tooster's entertainment. But if there's any left over when we're done, either way, it's time to talk prices.
How about 10,000? No, wait. Let's go with half of it. Let's go with... Fine, I'll just enter a number. 7,500 or more.
This price is a little too low.
Whatever this is.
Fine, fine. I've neither the time nor energy to bargain with you at my age. I suppose this price will do.
Thanks, Granny.
Worry not. Just leave it to me.
I want a new toy. For our next stop, why don't we head to One Min Restaurant? It would be a mighty crying shame to come all the way to Liyue and never try the food. Wow. Leo's really got a lot going for it.
Hello, welcome. Table for 3?
This restaurant has a really choking smell.
A choking smell? Oh, you must be referring to our signature spicy chili scent.
Spicy chili? But I can't eat spicy food.
Oh, what a pity. A person who can't eat spicy food misses out on half of life's joys.
Is it really that bad? My meals have to have lots and lots of sugar, and the oil has to be extra virgin vegetable oil. Wow, we've got a real rich kid on our hands. Looks like One Min Restaurant's dishes aren't to Tooser's taste. Maybe we should go somewhere else.
Will that be all? Any more special requests?
What do you mean, Chef Now?
Giving the people what they want is the very reason One Min Restaurant exists. If I thought for 1 second that I couldn't make a dish to satisfy this child's taste, I would have absolutely no business calling myself a chef ever again.
Whoa, there seems to be a lot of professional pride riding on this. Then we'll leave it to you, Chef Now. We'll be eating here after. Sure.
But let me say this first. Special requests are going to cost you more than normal. Of course, we aren't going to demand prices anywhere near as exorbitant as the likes of Lily Pavilion or Sunyue Kiosk.
Is it just Paimon? Or are premium custom orders in fashion lately? Still, surely there must be a little room for negotiation, right?
No way it would be this expensive. Just for some food.
You folks. Let's go with this then. Any more haggling and we'll ruin the other customers' appetites.
Thanks, Chef Now.
Please sit wherever you like. Your food will be here shortly.
Wow. Leo's... Ugh. It was a little too sweet. Paimon feels a little sick. I thought it was just right. Almost exactly like how my sister Tonya makes it. But this doesn't feel right somehow. Didn't we bring Tooser here to try Liyue's specialties? Whatever. So where do you want to go next, Tooser? I was so caught up looking for my brother when I first got here that I didn't get a good look around. Good idea! The hustle and bustle at the wharf is a specialty of Liyue Harbor too.
The wharf? What the? I might try. Oh wait, that's not. Forget it. I'm walking around.
And there's so many people! Are the waves here always like this? Don't they ever freeze? Given Liyue's climate, the area around the harbor's mouth probably never gets cold enough to freeze. Paimon is kind of the traveler's exclusive personal tour guide. But since this is a special occasion, Paimon can make an exception to help Tusser get to know the place. This place is Liyue's commercial hub, and it's been the biggest port in the Seven Nations ever since it was decided that Liyue would take on the world through trade. Other than merchant vessels, many fishing boats and industrial transports dock here to replenish their, fishery supplies and daily necessities, which, thanks to the immense throughput capacity of the wharf, yeah, Paimon can't remember how the rest goes anyway. Well, guess Paimon will just have to explain this Paimon style. So this harbor is like Tevat's mouth, and it's the biggest mouth you've ever seen. All the nations float their boats over the sea into the mouth. The harbor goes nom 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 and has a taste of each boat and the cargo it has on board. Then, Liyue Harbor rubs its big round belly in satisfaction because it's all stuffed full of delicious mora. Hey, what's that big metal hook over there? I want to see. Wait, Tusser, don't run off. After all that, he wasn't even listening.
Oh, it's Tenno. Wait, hold on. Did this guy just get raided? Oh, it was a raid. Oh, Tenno's on.
That metal hook is huge, and it gets bigger the closer we get. This is an anchor. Docked ships use it to hold themselves in position to stop the wind and waves from blowing them away. An anchor. Got it. But I think I might get it mixed up with Commodore Hook. Commodore Hook? Is this another one of your weird toy names? My brother always sends me a really big toy for my birthday. Commodore Hook, Black Steel Jack, Iron Tony. We keep them all in our backyard. Yeah, and that's why I can't bring them with me all the time. It's a shame. Wow! Using Fatui funds for personal gain? To think Snezhnaya would let their harbingers do that! All for some giant toys! But suddenly, it doesn't seem so strange that Tusser would treat a ruin guard as a giant toy. But my favorite has to be Mr. Cyclops. Even though I mostly came here to see my brother, the other big thing I wanted to do was play with Mr. Cyclops. Oh, are they selling fish over there? Let's have a look. Hey! Quit running off!
I used to Basim. teaser. Oh, my food.
Is this where they sell fish? Wow, the fish here in Leo are so small.
Hey, whose fish are you calling small? Little kids shouldn't go around ruining others' business.
He's just a curious kid. No need to get worked up. That said, these fish are actually pretty big by Paimon standards. Just how big are the ones you're used to, Tooser? Maybe 200 times your size? There are legends in my hometown about it. It's supposed to be a super delicious fish. I told my brother about it, and he went out to sea to catch one for me. A few days later, he returned with a humongous fish slung over his shoulder. Anthon and I were so happy. Are you sure that was a fish? Paimon thinks it sounds more like some sort of leviathan. Hey, Mr. Nice Guy, let's go over there to see the boats. What's wrong, Tooser? Are you tired? You don't seem so happy. I miss my brother. What? But we were just with him. Yeah, but for such a short time that it doesn't count. Take me to see my brother. I don't want to play anymore. Yep. You can have all the patience in the world, but it won't help you at a time like this. Well, we've played with Tooser long enough, haven't we? Paimon thinks we've tried our best here. Child said that he'd be by the river near Qingshu Pool. Why don't we look for him there? Yay! Let's go! Let's go!
Does he call him Ajax? The child. Wait, hold on. Before I do that.
Yeah. Yeah. Found him! There's Child! Wait, he's talking to the treasure hoarders?
You know what I'm here for, I trust.
Oh, you got
Poor
lit.
Lapis.
Making us guess, are you? If you want to join up, let me just say this first. Dandy kid like you ain't welcome.
Uh-huh. What a commendable imagination. Well, in the Tsaritsa's name, I suppose I should forgive you country bumpkins for your ignorance. For I am...
Brother! You're selling them toys, aren't you, brother? That's so cool. I've always wanted to watch you work.
Well, why, yes, of course. For I am, the greatest toy salesman in Snezhnaya.
So cool.
Huh?
You playing games, pretty boy?
So, will you buy or not? The toys that Snezhnaya produced 3 months ago will run you, yes, 600,000 mora, to be paid in full.
Toys? And how much money?
Wow. Is that what it's gonna cost, that head of yours?
Look at that! Spreading joy and laughter to everyone! That's what toy selling's all about!
This kid's really that oblivious?
I'll say it again. Toys from Snezhnaya, 3 months prior, 600,000 mora paid in full.
Yeah, no. Sorry, sales boy. The same joke isn't funny twice. Or were you always cruising for a bruising?
Alright then. I'll make things a little easier for you. I'll join the treasure hoarders. Perhaps you'll be more willing to pay when we're brothers in arms?
Would you listen to yourself? You think we just let any old person into the treasure hoarders? I'm not so sure you could hack it.
Well then, why don't you put me to the test, dear seniors? I like to think of myself as quite talented in the field of treasure hunting.
Looks like you're not gonna pack it up until someone packs you in. Alright then. Show us what you got. Truth be told, we've set up a shop here because there's a fine little loot cave nearby. But the treasure hasn't been easy to get at. We've been at it for 2 days now. If you think you're up to snuff, why don't you have a crack at it on our behalf? Of course, that means that once you got it, it's ours. Don't try to sneak off with the prize now.
Come on. If we can't do it, do you really think this guy stands a chance?
An initiation test, eh? Interesting. It's been a while since I've been assessed by someone else.
The loot's on the opposite cliff. We're gonna hang back here and watch the show.
Huh, no problem. Don't blink though, or you might miss it.
Ooh.
Yep.
I get to play as Tartaglia. Hold on a second. Yes, I can look at him. To look. I'm running out of time, y'all.
Well, I have the goods. Here you go. So how'd I do? Pretty well, I'd say.
Brother, what do we do? This fellow isn't normal.
Please, hold on a moment, sir. We need to discuss something amongst ourselves. He ain't here for an initiation. He just wanted to show off.
Honestly, we'd be no match for him if he wanted to fight.
Guys, do you think that maybe we're being robbed?
I don't know. Surely he wouldn't have come here all dressed up like that if he was only after us. Unless maybe his words have hidden meaning.
Snezhnaya, 3 months, 600,000. Oh, I get it. It was insider talk. I remember that the boss took out a 600,000 more loan from that Snezhnayan bank about 3 months ago, and still hasn't repaid it.
So this guy must be the debt collector. But why didn't he just say so? What's with all the toy talk?
And that's where you're still green. See, in a lot of professions like this, people speak in code to protect the privacy of their business partners and clients.
Makes sense. Owing money is pretty embarrassing.
This guy isn't one to mess with, I tell you. He's a professional. Way too professional.
So, Mr. Salesman, my apologies, but we can't have you joining us.
Oh? I didn't pass? I must say, I never imagined that the treasure hoarders would have such strict entry requirements.
No, it's not that. What we mean is that you're too big a fish for our little pond. But we fully understand the situation with the, toys, sir. We'll fetch that 600,000 for you right away.
I see. Well then, it's been a pleasure doing business with you. We get paid, and everyone stays happy. A wonderful outcome, wouldn't you say?
Yes. Couldn't agree more, sir.
That's my brother for you. Toy sellers are so cool.
Ah, Master Child, you're here. A new batch of fresh recruits have just...
Hey now, keep your voice down. Can't you see I'm entertaining some clients over here?
Clients? Well, anyway, the Motherland has dispatched a new batch of recruits to Liyue. They've just arrived, and I'm afraid we must trouble you to speak to them.
Do I have to? Now is hardly the best time.
I must apologize for troubling you, Master Child, but they are already waiting for you south of Lingju Pass. Every new batch of recruits must be baptized by the Tsaritsa's will, through the words of her harbingers. This has always been our rule. At present, Master Child, you are the only harbinger in Liyue. Please, everyone is standing in formation and waiting for you to bestow this honor upon them.
Well, all right then, I'll go. Just give me a moment to catch up with my brother, and I'll be right with you.
Do you have to keep working?
Yes, sir. We have a group of new toy sellers fresh in from the Motherland, and I need to go teach them the ropes.
Wow, that's great! When I grow up, I want to be a toy seller too. Can I go listen?
I'm afraid you're still too young, sir. I'm not sure if you'd understand much of it, and most of it's rather boring anyhow. Why don't you go play with the Traveler instead? Sound good?
But...
I really do have to go now, sir. A lot of people are waiting to see me. I'll see you around, all right?
Child really dotes on his brother, but now he's gotta ditch him again. Must be a really tough job. Yeah, you're right. He hasn't done himself any favors with the whole toy seller cover story. To think he'd go this far just to prevent his family from seeing his dark side. Paimon wonders too. But hey, let's at least help him out while we're all in Liyue. Wait, where's Tuser? We were too busy chatting. Where'd he go? Did he sneak off to follow his brother? Either way, let's head over there first.
Stabilize! Solidify!
Let's play! Let's light it up! Off we go!
Brace yourself.
Think you can get away?
To dust!
father's giving his speech.
From this day forward, you will honor the oaths you have made to Her Majesty the Tsaritsa, and you will stop at nothing to bring Snezhnaya victory. You shall sweep through this land like the icy winds of the furthest north, as strong as the hoarfrost of Zepelyarny Palace. You will chill the very marrow in our enemies' bones. Her Majesty expects of you loyalty, ruthlessness, and meticulousness, for the trials that we face are harsh, and our enemies are like... like kites and rattledrums, who shall become redoubtable foes of Mr. Cyclops in the marketplaces of Liyue.
Sir, you caused your brother so much harm. Why do you have to be so young and oblivious to things?
Uh-huh. Kites are really fun, too.
This is, of course, an analogy. As they say, the marketplace, too, is a battlefield. So as your sales manager here in Liyue, I demand that you obey my every order.
Sir.
A refusal shall be considered a betrayal, and the price for betrayal is to be dishonorably discharged from the Liyue Institute of Toy Research.
Whoa, that's really strict. Won't people be really sad if they get fired from the Institute?
Huh? Seeking to please everyone pleases no one at all. Time to try something else. Forget it. Perhaps a round of hands-on training will suit us better.
Hands-on training?
After all, a strong body is the proof of one's capacity.
Hey, did he just say that we're doing hands-on training?
A Harbinger wants to spar with us personally? Oh, what an honor!
I can't believe it. Are recruits like us really worthy?
Am I hearing a hint of objection to this idea?
Not at all, sir!
That's the spirit. Now come at me, you lot.
You'll get frostbite.
Tidal wave.
I'm going in!
Order guide you. Stabilize.
You're mine. Bring it on.
Solidify.
Tidal wave. Amateur brace yourself. This is gonna hurt.
Oh, he died.
Quick!
Let's end this quick.
Adventure time! Everybody stand! Let's play! Time for takeoff!
Stabilize. Let's end this quick. I slipped up.
Yahoo!
This isn't good. This is order. Through. Let's move.
Let's light it up!
You can't run.
Off we go! I'm going in!
I see through you.
Shouldn't let your guard down.
Solidify! Can't run!
Think you can get away?
Killjoy! We've only just begun.
You can run, but you can't hide.
Fortunate bolt! Cook this through.
Well then, do you all understand what I said earlier?
Yes, sir!
Excellent. And you all almost managed to get me limbered up. In other words, you've done well for new recruits.
Thank you, Lord Harbinger!
All right, hush now. Now then, I wish you all glorious victory for Snezhnaya, for Her Majesty the Tsaritsa, and for yourselves. Dismissed!
Brother! You were amazing!
Oh, Tusser, what in the world are you doing here? There I was thinking that the Traveler had taken you to play at Wang Shuin.
Yikes, that's some terrible acting.
I told you, didn't I? I never pass on an opportunity to improve my strength. I'm not the man I was when we first met. By that, I assume you mean that I didn't use the Foul Legacy transformation, yes? It puts a great strain on my body, so it's best saved for crucial moments. I still haven't fully recovered from the injuries I suffered when I used it at the Golden House. Anyway, I'm no Senora. I don't use lethal force against recruits. Come on now.
The Foul Legacy transformation? Does it make you stronger than Mr. Cyclops? You could say that. I want to learn to fight too. I want to be cool like you.
Now, Tusser, fighting isn't about looking cool. You can only continue to get stronger if you know the reason why you're fighting. I can teach you, but think carefully first. Why do you want to fight?
I want to protect Sister Tonya.
That's a good answer, Tusser. When I return to Snezhnaya, I will start teaching you fighting techniques. Then you'll have to protect Tonya for me. How does that sound?
Leave it to me. You know, Tusser's a good kid when he's not being so stubborn.
You've had a nice long time here in Liyue, haven't you, Tusser? Isn't it about time that you took the boat back home?
But, you've been so busy, and we didn't get any time to play together yet.
Tusser, you know I'm very busy at work. And hasn't it been fun traveling all over the place with a proper traveler?
He's just worried he won't be able to keep up the toy seller act forever. Well, how about this? If you just do one little thing for me, I'll be a good boy and go back home.
Oh dear, who taught this little devil to bargain? Alright, what'll it be?
Take me to visit the Institute of Toy Research! Do you think he means that ruin that the Millilith was talking about? The one where all the ruin guards were coming from?
Done deal. After all, you've come all this way for me, Tusser. As your brother, it's only right for me to grant you one last wish before you leave.
Exactly! Are you sure this is a good idea? It doesn't seem like the best place for kids. You should come along too, Traveler! This time, it's Tusser's turn to take you sightseeing.
Let me think. Ah, yes, the Institute of Toy Research is not far at all from Lingju Pass. Now, Traveler, you're not the sort of person who would disappoint a kid now, are you?
The brothers are ganging up on us again. Oh, fine. We'll go.
Dang, all the way over there?
Here we are. Welcome to Liyue's Institute of Toy Research.
Yeah, we're here! I can already hear the sounds of machinery inside. Awesome! What is this place? And how do you know about it?
Based on my limited understanding, I believe this is one of Dottoro's research facilities. Dottore is another one of the Fatui Harbingers. He loves tinkering with old things. It's a personal passion of his. So, he converted these ruins into a Ruin Guard research lab.
Huh? So the Ruin Guards are built by the Fatui?
No, they have much closer connections to the Abyss. So, strictly speaking, they're as much our enemies as anyone else's. We just do research, nothing more. As to why the Ruin Guards have been moving outside of this area recently, I can only imagine that he's gotten bored of playing around with them and has lost interest in this place.
Wow, yet another Harbinger with a bad attitude. But at least this explains why you were totally okay with bringing Tusser here. Seems you did your homework ahead of time.
Well, I wouldn't go quite that far. I actually have no idea what this place is like on the inside.
Wait, so are you or are you not worried about your brother's safety?
Of course I am. But no matter what the danger is, I will parry it. Isn't that what any older brother would do? Even Tusser understands that, now that he knows what he's fighting for. It's the very same reason that's been nestled in my own heart for so many years.
What are you guys chatting about? Come on, let's go in!
All right, follow me.
He looks a lot like Child.
Brother, someone was saying that Mr. Cyclops is a killing machine.
Were they now? What a silly thing for them to say. And you shouldn't go repeating it either, Tusser. You're far too young to be talking about such violent topics.
Yeah, I knew that they were lying anyways. Mr. Cyclops is here to defeat the bad guys and protect the world. He's my favorite toy.
Right. With Mr. Cyclops around, the bad guys won't ever get you.
That's right. Okay, I'm going to go play with Mr. Cyclops now.
Hey, Tusser, wait up!
The door's shut. Will Tusser be alright?
There's another path over there. Let's move. No time to lose.
Everybody stand back!
I will have order.
Oh, the door opened. Was that you?
That's right. But give me a moment over here, Tusser. I need to make sure that everything's safe. Maybe I shouldn't have spoiled him quite so much.
Those ruin guards have all been strung up. Where are they being taken to?
I don't know, but if there's a chance it's where Tusser is, we need to stop this before things get ugly.
Brace yourselves. Wouldn't gliding be time for takeoff? Wouldn't gliding...
Your mom... Brace yourself! This is gonna hurt! Shouldn't let your guard down. No time to lose. Tusser, see that big stone cube in front of you? I need your help.
Yay! Do I really get to help my big brother out?
You bet. Now I'll count down from 3, and then we touch it together. Ready? 3, 2, 1.
That's bright. What is that?
It's a witch ray that will turn you into a little lamb if it hits you. So stay out of its way.
That's scary.
Hey, girly.
Back together at last. You're not hurt, are you, Tusser?
Hurt? No way. This is really fun. Fun for you, maybe. We were all scared to death. What's over there? Wow, this room is huge. Is this where Mr. Cyclops takes his friends when they come to visit?
It is. Impressive, isn't it? Now, how about a little game of hide and seek?
Huh? Now? But...
I have a surprise for you, you know.
A surprise? Oh, what sort of surprise?
Don't worry, you'll have the chance to look for it later. But before that, you have to close your eyes, turn around, and count down from 60.
Okay. 60 is a really long time, though. 60, 59, 58...
There's not much time. Let's clear all these hazards out.
48, 47, 46, 45... Are you guys okay? What's all that crashing and banging?
Don't worry, it's all part of the surprise. Amateur mistake. Brace yourself.
16, 12, 10...
Hey, no cheating. You skipped a few numbers, you little rascal.
You noticed. All right. 15, 14, 13...
Huh? Give me another 10 seconds, Tusser. Still hiding.
Huh. Now who's the cheater? All right. 10 seconds, that's it. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. the way he knocked those ruin guards around was like they really were kids' toys. But Paimon wonders if he'll be alright after using the Valve Legacy transformation again. Awesome! Boy, if these Mr. Cyclopses weren't so big, I'd sure love to take one home. Wait, where'd he go? Where'd my brother go? Aren't you guys supposed to be playing hide and seek? Oh, that's right! I was so excited that I forgot all about our game. Well, let's go look for him together, okay?
There he is. I can't take a picture of him. Hey, child.
It's a good thing that you two found me first. Looks like using the Foul Legacy transformation while I was still injured took more out of me than I thought. I have no idea what I'd do if Tooser saw me like this. Look at me. Deflated as a burst balloon. Like I said, I can never pass on an opportunity to test my limits. And that's why I, Tartaglia, am always getting stronger. Anyway, childhood dreams are all too easily shattered. Even if you just leave them be, they will fall to pieces all by themselves. So someone has to protect them, right? If you make a promise, you keep it. If you make a mistake, you apologize. And if you give someone a dream, you defend it to the end. That is what family is all about, isn't it? Remind you of something, did I?
Quit the tough guy act already! You need to see a doctor right away, mister!
A fine suggestion, but first, I have a little something for Tooser. Please give it to him on my behalf.
Huh? Is this a Mr. Cyclops action figure?
Indeed. I had made it to order by a smith some time back. I had intended to give it to him on my return to Snezhnaya, but it seems that it would make a better souvenir at this point.
Wow. Now that Paimon thinks about it, Child's family are really lucky to have him, aren't they?
I'll also need you to explain my abrupt departure to Tooser. You'll help me out, won't you? The cold will kill the pinky that once betrayed your friend. The frost will freeze your tongue off so you never lie again. Ah, that nursery rhyme brings back so many delightful memories. Tooser taught you that one, did he? All right. Thank you.
I can't find him anywhere. Where did he go? Really? Where is he? Yeah, so he had to leave in a real hurry. He didn't abandon you here on purpose. Oh, that's great. But still, I was kind of hoping we could play here a little longer. Wow, look at this! I never knew that they made Mr. Cyclopses in this size. Look, it even has my name on it. It's my very own Mr. Cyclops. You're really loving it, huh? You bet. My brother is the best big brother ever. You had a tour of Liyue, you met your brother, visited the Institute of Toy Research, and got yourself a souvenir. Now that's what we tour guides call the perfect trip. Do you think you're ready to head back to Snezhnaya now? Don't worry. I know I can't get my way all the time. That'd just be annoying for everyone else. So, let's go. Feel free to take a look around.
Terra Smash!
Hello?
Sir, young Master Tooser, I've been waiting for you.
Did Child send you?
That's correct. Master Child instructed me to arrange for young Master Tooser's return trip. Please, come this way.
Who are you? My big brother always tells me never to go off with strangers. But you've been following us around this whole time. Yeah, that's because I've known who you are all along. What? My brother told us all about you in a letter he sent back home. Sister Tonya read it to me. I actually recognized you the moment I saw you. I just couldn't remember your name. What a strange twist of fate.
Young Master Tooser, the boat to Snezhnaya will dock soon. We'd best prepare for boarding.
Gee, time really flies when you're having fun. Well then, see you, Mr. Nice Guy.
I wonder if we're gonna meet Tooser again, if they ever unlocked Snezhnaya as a place.
I'll wait for you back home. You definitely have to come visit Snezhnaya sometime. Yeah! Pinky promise, pinky promise! You make a pinky promise, you keep it all your life. You break a pinky promise, Paimon throws you on the ice. The cold will kill the pinky that once betrayed your friend. The frost will freeze your tongue off so you never lie again. It's a promise then. Bye-bye, Tooser. Have a safe trip.
Hey.
Whoa.
Child? So you were here this whole time? What are you hiding for? Why didn't you come and say goodbye?
Partings are special moments. If he spent his final moments in Liyue seeing me all haggard and weak like this, that's not a memory I want him to leave with. Still, it is a shame that I couldn't see him off by myself. I should have been the one taking him back. I do have subordinates to escort him, but I still feel a little uneasy.
Jeez, don't you think you've spoiled him enough already?
I can't quite explain it, but somehow I felt much more at ease leaving him in your care. And to think that not long ago... Ah, yes, I almost forgot. Remuneration for your services, which I really couldn't have done without this time.
Aha! So you do have a heart after all.
One other thing. Don't forget our promise now. Let's have a rematch when we get the chance. This time, with my honor as a harbinger on the line.
You best go rest up first. Don't come crying to us when you lose all over again.
Regardless of who wins or loses our next bout, I'd also like to invite you over to my home. I'll introduce you to my other siblings, Tonya and Anthon. They're great kids, and I'm very proud of them both.
We'll take you up on that offer. Mostly because we already made a pinky promise to Tooser.
I'm sure that he'll be very excited to see you too. Well, that settles it. I'm looking forward to it. Now, farewell, my friends. Till we meet again. In Snezhnaya.
Can I wish? Nope, I don't have enough.
Welcome to the Northland Bank.
Can I? Oh, their quest just completely disappeared from the screen. Then it's to Albedos. Princess Cortez. Okay. I forgot he works in Dragon Spawn. Oh, don't tell me I'm gonna start going crazy over this, man. I love Albedo. His design's really cool. I restarted this one too.
Sister Rosaria! So here you are! Choir practice is about
Barbara Rosaria.
I've told you already, I don't go in for that kind of thing. I've got more important matters to attend
Yo, why is
to.
Rosaria here?
Oh, but this event has commemorative significance. The church hopes that all sisters will be present.
Hopes? That's odd, because I don't recall a fulfill the hopes of others clause in my job description.
I mean, sure, but...
But what? You're the event organizer, aren't you? Do you not find it the least bit odd?
What do you mean?
This far out from Mondstadt at this hour? Even if you set out right now, I'll wager you'd still miss the opening ceremony.
I don't think Albedo came out when Rosaria did. The story quest.
Who knows? Maybe this is someone's grand plan to make a fool out of you.
Huh? Well, that can't be. People aren't like that.
Evidence decides what people are like, not your feelings. Maybe you're a little too trusting of other people. Don't fret, nobody's gonna blame you if you go back empty-handed. I can't imagine anyone else was delusional enough to think I was gonna show up. But if you dally any longer, you really won't make it.
You're right. It's a very important commemorative event. If I'm late, then... right, I've gotta get going.
Why is Rosaria here?
Seems like that sister's an expert in making people believe anything she wants.
I thought I heard something. Who are you and why are you eavesdropping?
We'd better watch out. She seems like a dangerous villain, or a trickster at best.
Oh, really? I'm a member of the long-standing Favonius Church. You're an eavesdropping pixie from who knows where, and you think I'm the trickster?
Wait, she heard that? Paimon was whispering so quietly.
And as for this outlander you seem to be following... So it's you, the honorary knight that saved us from Storm Terror. Well then, given your status, I won't press you on your reasons for eavesdropping. Otherwise, depending on your answer, I could have arrested you on the spot.
What? Do the Sisters of Mondstadt have the authority to arrest people now?
We can't go turning a blind eye to hidden dangers, can we? Why shouldn't sisters have a sense of justice?
That doesn't sound right. But Paimon can't think of a good comeback.
Let's talk about you. What are you doing in the mountains?
Why is Albedo's story quest have Rosaria in it? Albedo came out months ago. Way before Rosaria did.
If it's him you're after, I made a point of noting his tracks. Many people have made their way up after the snowstorm. Let's hope they're still there.
Or did they change the story quest to add Rosaria in it?
So, are you also looking for him?
No, this is just a professional habit of mine. I sensed elemental traces in these tracks. Never hurts to be vigilant. I couldn't care what you think. Come on then. I'd like to see what he's up to anyway.
Rosaria said there were elemental traces in the tracks. They should show up pretty clearly with elemental sight.
I might as well fight these dudes since I'm here. Except I can't even climb up that.
Let's play. Think you can get away?
Like our carries. Fry.
Yahoo!
Fry.
Yahoo! Here we go.
Have a little taste.
Yahoo! Huh?
What time is it? 3 o'clock? I got about an hour or two.
You know, little pixie, your ability to appear and disappear at will is very interesting.
Yeah?
After committing a crime, you'd be able to leave the scene without a trace.
It's getting colder and colder. Rosaria, aren't you freezing?
Me? I'm all right. I got used to operating in adverse conditions a long time ago.
Why is Albedo all the way out here?
Seems like there's more to being a sister in the Favonius Church than Paimon realized.
I can see his footprints, so I probably don't need elemental sight to look for him. Albedo! Albedo?
Is that Albedo? Why would he hang around a place like this?
The word on the street is he loves painting. He'll hang around anywhere for a good landscape. The views and scenery here are pretty good. Potential paintings everywhere you look.
But can't he see those hilly churros? Isn't he in danger?
Yo, we just ruined his painting.
Looks like we startled them. Enough talk! Let's take them out of the picture first!
Time for takeoff. Would have got.
Albedo!
Why did you alarm them?
Albedo!
Thank the gods I'd already completed my painting. Would have been a shame to leave these particular hilly trails unfinished.
What's up with painting hilly churros? What makes them so interesting?
I'm afraid the answer isn't easy to explain. If you'd like to have a look at my painting, it may give you a clue.
Wow! Look at the detail! But some of it seems to have been done in a hurry.
You can find these hilly trails anywhere. Quite boring, in fact. Not worth closer inspection. But take a look at this specimen. The build, the coat, and there's a distinct force at work here. In the cyclical lives of such primitive communities, such unique attributes are an indication of evolution at work. Evolution, the transition from nothing into existence, from the known to the
Hold your horses. Ugh, something tells me we're in for a thesis and I haven't got the stamina. We found your man. I'm headed back.
What? Don't you have any questions for him? Hey! What a weirdo.
So Sister Rosaria brought you. Surprising. And I didn't have time to thank her. But back to the point. From her words, it seems that you were looking for me?
Mm-hmm. We met a girl in Mondstadt, Sucrose. She said you were stuck with your research.
I see. So Sucrose sent you here. Then, if I'm not mistaken, you must be the honorary knight. You've got the whole of Mondstadt talking. I've heard a bit of everything. Your actions during Storm Terror's attack, your elemental control, and quite a few other mysterious things. I'll skip to the conclusion. There's only one possibility after all. You came from afar. From another world, correct? Excellent. If I could procure your assistance, I think my research would benefit enormously. Forgive me. This must be confusing. Where should I begin? The essence of life?
Whoa. You want to start with that?
You're right. Giving a demonstration would be better than trying to explain. For example, awakening life. Breathing new life into fallen leaves.
You can do that?
However, I have a particular seed in my possession. The method I'm talking about has produced no results. It's like you, in that it hails from another world. Helping it to grow, to bloom. That's the problem my research is up against. That's where I need your assistance.
Well, if you're struggling to figure it out, Paimon's not sure we're gonna be much assistance.
I beg to differ. I'm unable to comprehend the intricacies of life outside of the known world. But you're not from the known world. By observing and researching you, I may just be able to find a way to get the seed to sprout.
Shall we just get out of here? This sounds a little freaky.
It's possible. But I will do everything in my control to ensure your safety. Time for a change of surroundings. We should be going. There's research to do.
Rosaria, you can't be getting upset that we're eavesdropping.
Albedo and
You're
that traveler seem to have
eavesdropping.
hit it off. Takes a weirdo to know one, I guess. I wonder, does this constitute a risk to Mondstadt?
That's actually true now I'm thinking about it. Yeah, that probably. Ba da 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 da.
A question. After the seed sprouts, will it grow into anything?
I don't know. But I feel the importance will lie in the method, not the endpoint. Using alchemy to awaken otherworldly life into that would constitute a big leap in my understanding of the essence of life. After awakening, even creation may be possible. Still a little difficult to understand?
No! Paimon's got a brain! But what's the seed gonna become? Isn't that more interesting than whatever it was you were saying?
Well, if it turns out to be a delicious fruit, dinner's on me.
Your eyes are so pretty, Albedo. Albedo!
Yay! Paimon's holding you to it.
Well, let's just say I, occasionally have to look after a child. Another lengthy explanation, I'm afraid. I suppose it's one of the few non-alchemy related disciplines I'm any good at.
You just call Paimon a child just because you look after Klee.
The subject of my first research was the elements. In this world, manipulating the elements requires a vision. Though I can't see anything resembling one on your person. How you're able to freely manipulate elemental power is something I'd like to ascertain. I've got a few questions in that regard. Firstly, do you have any extra organs? A second heart? A fourth stomach? Things of that nature. Fascinating. And this floating child is connected to your body in some way?
Albedo's asking the questions that we want answered.
What a stupid question! Can't you see the gap between us? And another thing, it's Paimon, not floating child.
I was merely considering the possibility that you were an external organ. Perhaps there is some invisible force connecting you. Oh, that rules out that possibility. I wonder, did Paimon guide the elemental power to you?
No, one of the 7 statues.
But that would mean that Paimon's elemental power would be enough to break through a mountain rock at least 10 meters thick. Or cause the waterfall south of Springville to flow backwards. No, that definitely can't be it.
I touched the statue.
Hey! How would you know anyway?
In that case, it would appear that there's no obvious difference between the composition of your body and that of the humans in this world. Given that there's clearly a discrepancy in their research, it seems that only experimentation will yield the answers. Firstly, this mysterious elemental power. I'd like to examine exactly how it manifests externally. Let me lure a few slimes to the area. Perhaps you'd be able to defeat them, using whatever method comes most naturally to you.
Huh? Doesn't seem very sciencey.
Direct and clear observation are imperative to a good experiment. This is just a simple exercise. Naturally, if you require a greater challenge, we could bring in 6 Oceanids.
Slimes! Slimes are fine!
Well, prepare yourself. The slimes will be here any moment.
Everybody stand back!
Order guide you.
Think you can get away? Ha! Brace yourselves. Adventure time. Time for takeoff. Let's light it up. Teamwork is true.
I will have order.
Here we go. Ha! Yahoo! Let's light it up. Here we go.
Solidify.
Brace yourselves.
Great work. Did you feel anything out of the ordinary? If you're injured, I have a few emergency potions ready. Excellent. According to my observations, the manifestation of the external elemental flow is as expected. Elemental reactions are normal. There's nothing out of the ordinary. Now that we know that the external flow is manifesting normally, let's test the internal flow.
Internal flow? How do you test that?
It's very simple. I can use alchemy to create a potion that will extract elemental power. If the elemental power is stored or accumulated physically within your body, this potion may elicit an elemental reaction.
Sounds kinda terrifying.
Don't worry. In the normal course of events, you'd feel some temporary queasiness. No bodily injury.
And in the abnormal course of events?
If anything unexpected occurs, I've made the necessary preparations. Try not to worry. Well, it's not that there aren't any risks involved. But if there is anything blocking your elemental flow, we'll be able to locate it with this test. Just a warning. If an internal elemental reaction occurs for any other reason, that's a bad sign. Yes, that's an excellent way to think about it. Before we get started, the potion we'll use for the test is missing a catalyst. We'll need to find it. It's a type of ore known as star silver, but unfortunately not all of it is suitable. I'll take you to my campsite. We can gather some star silver ore on the way. I'll point out any likely contenders. All going to plan, we should be able to begin concocting the potion when we get to the campsite.
Paimon's still got a few safety concerns, but it seems like there's a silver lining. Let's keep our eyes open.
Here. Should do for catalyst purposes. This one. Usable with a bit of polish.
Oops, I missed.
What luck. This should be enough. My campsite is just up ahead. I'll lead the way.
Lead the way, I don't see you. Is that Tameya's?
This is my campsite. I've added the materials we collected to the concoction. While we are waiting, have a look over here. My assistant Tameya's here is helping me with my research. I'm guessing you may have met in Mondstadt already.
Hello! I've just gotten hold of the data from your experiment. The report is already up on the board there.
Whoa! Look at all the data! You
Huh.
This is my campsite.
What just
I've
happened?
added the materials we collected to the concoction. While we are waiting, have a look over here. My assistant Tameya's here is helping me with my research.
Hello!
Whoa! Look at all the data! You got all these results from one slime battle?
I wouldn't call them results, inferences, and a few daring guesses, perhaps. I think the most rational direction would be to expound on the phylogenetic relationship between this traveler and the slimes. Consider. You don't have a vision, but you can manipulate elemental energy. The slimes don't have visions either, yet they too are able to manipulate the elements. Following this line of thought, I'm sure we'll be able to establish a basis in fact.
Not bad for a point of entry. But strictly speaking, slimes are elemental life forms. In other words, beings consisting entirely of the elements. A cryoregis vine, or even a wildflower might be a better analogy. In that sense, things might get difficult, don't you think?
Yes, sir. That sounds correct.
I think I skipped this dialogue.
After all, we've got our primary data already. This traveler is a visitor from another world. If it turned out that he did have a phylogenetic relationship with this world... Now that really would be something, wouldn't it?
Ah, it would. Apologies. I was so excited to get the data. I'll slow down a bit next time. Speaking of data, to complete our research, we'll need some more. I'll be conducting analysis here for the time being. If you're keen for an update, just come and find me.
Great. I'll leave you to it. Looks like the potion's ready. I'll try a little first. If all goes well, I'll hand it over to you. In line with my expectations. Ready to drink. Remember to keep calm at all times, and breathe deeply if you feel unwell.
Okay. I'm hot. I'm burning.
Tasty? You've got a funny look on your face. You said you tried some already. You sure it was ready? What happened to him?
Oh, this was the result I was expecting. And a very positive one at that. This potion channels elemental power into the body. Under normal circumstances, a repelling reaction is to be expected. But if the internal elemental flow is unimpeded, you'll only experience momentary discomfort. Once the flow is complete, there won't be any other effects.
So you knew you'd be sick and still drank some?
It was my own concoction, of course. Only natural for me to be the guinea pig. But of course, you're my assistant. By all sense and reason, it would be wrong of me to place that risk onto you. In conclusion, I'd say we have our conclusion. As far as elemental energy is concerned, you're no different from anyone else in this world. Nothing peculiar.
Aw, Paimon wanted something cooler to happen.
Then again, better an ordinary result than a peculiar result. Peculiar results have a tendency to be of the undesirable variety. The good thing about ordinary is that everything is an object of reference, and everyone understands you. People are the same. They can understand, empathize, encourage, and support one another. When you're sick, a doctor can diagnose you because they are you. When something goes wrong, you can ask people who've made the same mistake for their experience because you are them. But a peculiar person, they don't have much recourse for the things we take for granted. The essence of their life is fundamentally different. For example, a human can't understand the life of a pyroregisvine or an eye of the storm. Have I explained it clearly enough? To sum up, this has been a positive outcome. Going forward, you can use your elemental power without fear. Timaeus, the results of the new experiment are out. If you could see to collating them.
Just a moment, sir. I'll handle it. Oh, you gave me a lot to consider. Really stretched my limits. I'm thinking a lot clearer now. Having you down as an animal wasn't very precise of me. But starting with the premise of an elemental life form, now that was...
Not bad. I think it's an interesting line of inquiry. Whatever the truth of the matter, I'd like your research at the fore as opposed to my judgment.
You can count on me, sir. I'll extract a result satisfactory to all.
Is he trying to join the Knights? He's starting to sound like a suck-up. What Paimon meant to say was, that's the spirit. Mr. Albedo, say something.
Before we can proceed with our research, I need to prepare something. Wait one moment. If you're interested, why not have a look around? It may help to pass the time.
Eh. This one. This two. That's three.
Here comes Albedo. Let's go see him.
Where is he? Oh. Ow. Ooh, what's over here? Hey, Albedo.
I'm back. Did you see anything interesting? Not to worry. They're all for alchemical purposes. You'd be hard-pressed to find an everyday use for them. Well, on with the research. There may be significant differences between different worlds. Take Tevat, for example. Here, those with visions can manipulate the elements. But worlds may well exist where only one person is able to do so. Or even everyone. So, leaving elements to one side. Do you possess any unique abilities? Ones that don't exist in this world?
I can turn into the two Archons.
I think answering this question calls for the same methodology as last time. In other words, time for the next experiment. No. You shan't be required to exert quite so much effort this time around. Now, see this pillar here? Use your willpower to try and break it.
Eh?
That was your best effort? Well, can't be helped, I suppose.
What's with the disappointment? Isn't that, like, impossible?
Have you tried using your elemental power with food? I don't mean for cooking as such. Rather, channeling your power into the ingredients themselves. I'm curious to see how the taste and texture respond. It may even help with proliferation. I suppose I have a curiosity for things that others find surprising. Anyway, why don't you cook us up a sunshine sprat? I've just finished preparing the recipe.
Cooking? Paimon was looking forward to more mad scientist stuff.
Not only is this recipe a staple for me, it's also worth experimenting with and highly nutritious.
Paimon bets you're just hungry. It does sound yummy, though. Okay, Paimon approves. Good buddies are always on the same page.
I'll leave you to it then. Looking forward to the results. If there's anything left over, maybe Timaeus can finish the last morsels.
Paimon doesn't think we'll have that problem. How are we gonna channel elemental power into the food? Maybe try the willpower thing again. Where does it get these ideas from anyway?
Sunshine Sprite. How do I make sunshine spat? I need whatever that is. And I need lamp grass. Seriously?
Let's just do it the old-fashioned way.
Now I need to head back to Mondstadt, see if they sell any of this stuff. Hello, tomatoes. I see this also. Salt. Lamp grass. I think Flora sells them.
Come take a look.
Lamp grass. And while I'm here, no, I'm not. Let's go cook these. I'm just gonna head back to Dragon's Spine for convenience sake. Here you go, Albedo.
That was fast. Looking forward to testing the results.
Albedo.
An average outcome experimentally, but you've really brought out the flavor. You seem well versed in the science of gastronomy. As far as the proliferation hypothesis is concerned, we've come up short. Seems like food presents the same headaches in your world as it does ours. Unless... could it be that the natural laws of this world are limiting your unique abilities?
Yes, I lost my powers. I could bring out wings and now I can't.
We just didn't know how to channel elemental power into the food. It's a little more complicated than adding herbs and spices, you know.
Not to worry. At least we put some food to good use. No need to feel disheartened. And here's your portion. Enjoy. I can box it up if you like.
Woohoo! Thanks! Glad you were paying attention.
I can tell that you're good friends. Paimon was keeping an eye on you and your safety during the whole experiment. Not that Paimon would have been able to do much if things had gone wrong. But anyway.
Hey! You were being nice a second ago, but you do have tasty recipes, so Paimon forgives you. And you're right, we are good friends. You have good friends too, right? Good students?
Yes. I'm fortunate too, I suppose. Anyway, moving on to the next experiments. There are all manner of alchemical items here. Keeping them in their proper place is a challenge at the best of times. A while ago, I had the misfortune of misplacing a batch. I managed to retrieve the majority, but 2 vials have been evading me. Animal crystal fly elemental extract and electrohypostasis powder.
Paimon's barely finished eating and you want us to go gathering again?
Don't worry if you can't locate them. I was planning to replace them anyway. Though finding them would save me the hassle. If you had, say, superpower, like night vision or vibratory sensing, lost property would be a thing of the past. I must have dropped them somewhere in the area where you were looking just now.
Ow.
If you had, I must have...
So, guess we'd better take a look. Oh yeah! You could use elemental sight! This must be electrohypostasis powder! The extract of an animal crystal fly can only be animal elemental energy, right? This has gotta be it! Still in one piece! Good thing the vial's so strong!
Goodness, you managed to find them. Incredible. 1,000 thanks. I'm wondering, this elemental sight, this is what allowed you to locate the items and find me here on the mountains, correct?
Yep! Guess it does sort of count as a superpower, huh?
Unfortunately, though elemental sight is seldom seen, it is not unheard of in Teyvat. Only a never-before-seen otherworldly power would be of benefit to my research.
You mean, we failed again?
Don't be disheartened. This falls entirely within my expectations. Besides, getting these items back, I'd call this a very worthwhile experiment. I have to commend your deduction that the items would contain elemental traces. Right then. Up until now, our research has focused on your otherworldly identity. Our research on your identity as one of us is just beginning. In essence, the differences between humans are reflected in our intellectual and physical capabilities. Let's start with physical. Looking out from where we're standing, can you see what Sucrose is doing? And if you jump from here and landed on that cliff, the one over there, could you see her then? So what about if you planted a single blow on the mountain face here, and it burst into a million fragments? Then could you see her? Then I shouldn't get too excited. Still, we'll gain a more thorough understanding with an experiment. I know of a location that will be perfect for a physical test. Please, follow me.
You want us to jump? From up here?
Not necessarily. Not if you know of a better method, that is. Whichever method you choose, the experiment will end when you reach the opposite shore of the lake. I will factor the time expended and your top speed into my comparative analysis.
The opposite side of the lake. So, we're gonna be swimming?
Without limitations, we complete tasks intuitively, using the method that seems most rational to us. Some of us would be unable to stand the icy waters. Others might find the whole thing rather refreshing. No matter what choice you make, it's all a part of the experiment. For me, every detail is invaluable to the research. Then if you would, please, I eagerly await the results.
Wait a minute. While we're busy testing, what exactly are you gonna be doing?
Me? Recording data, responding to risks, providing, emotional support.
So if we do decide to go swimming, you gonna dive in with us?
No. Unless you're thinking of conducting competitive research?
Oh! Forget Paimon said anything. Let's play!
Great work. I've never seen a performance quite like it. Your reputation precedes you, Traveler. The data shows that you're easily outperforming the average citizen in Mondstadt.
But you followed us the whole way without breaking a sweat!
Me? Actually, I used alchemy to cheat a little. But anyway, if it turns out that the natural laws of Tavad do not affect you, I should be able to make various inferences about the otherworldly civilization you belong to. If the natural laws of Tavad do affect you, then I shall be able to make inferences into the kind of evolution that would occur under the absence of such effects. The innumerable possibilities that this could present, the captivating insights, it would be something to savor again and again.
But how does this help your research?
You've helped me to unravel many of the problems that were holding it back. When we return to the campsite, I should be able to show you something interesting. I may be about to make some analogies between you and a few unusual specimens. I hope you won't be offended. Gold, petrified trees, a sun 8 times the size of our own. The essence of the investigative process is enthralling, but such feelings are inevitably fleeting in nature. I'm willing to pour all my energy into research, and yet specimens are finite. As the unknown transitions into the realm of scientific understanding, the feeling of enlightenment is lost. All these things that start out as objects of fascination end up possessing the prosaic mundanity of a sunsetia or a sweet flower. They cease to be noteworthy.
Oh, so that's why you wanted to paint those hilly turtles? Because you got to see something new and interesting and the differences between them?
Precisely. To quote my exact words from earlier, these creatures are, for the most part, quite boring, not worth closer inspection. There is precious little about them that serves to pique my curiosity now.
So after all these experiments, are we gonna be, like, boring to you? Like some basic draft of a sketch?
Of course not. You have been of great assistance to me, and I will remember this friendship for a lifetime. Now, before we head back to the campsite, there's one more experiment. Intelligence. Follow me. There are some other ruins nearby. I imagine you must have encountered more than a few conundrums during your travels. I'd like to observe your intelligence by means of a practical test of your capabilities, much as we did for the physical test. I'd like you to explore these ruins and return with your findings. There are 2 puzzles located at the far ends of the ruins. After completion, you should be able to activate the mechanism in the center. As with the physical test, there are no restrictions. Everything you do is an action I wish to observe. A tried and tested adventurer, I see. So, let's see you in action. Start wherever you like. It's a complex environment, so proceed with caution. Sealy like these are a common sight in the mountains. Returning them to their rightful places is up to you.
Crumble! Solidify!
Adventure time!
Think you can get away?
Let's light
It should now be possible to activate the central mechanism. Exactly what will happen when you do is something I'm looking forward to finding out. Oh, seems that the water level has suddenly decreased. We should be able to see what's in the water now. Let's have a look. What's this? To the best of my knowledge, these belong to a script of some kind. They can be found all over Teyvat, but they've never given up their secrets.